Welcome to Northgard. I'm Magican, and normally I would not make a video or playthrough of this type of game, but this is so great that I need to do this. It's really a fun play and fun game to do. Multiplayer has its great advantages because you have a lot of chances here, but I've just passed some of the maps in the story mode. You can see it's just 1, 2, 3 and 4, but I will start all over again just to show you. It's not really, it's only 3 and not just come to this chapter 5 here. And in the beginning here, Exodus, we just start building, and it is a really good game. The thing is, when you set up your profile, you will actually have possibility to see what chapters, what you have done, and go through. And in the beginning it's pretty easy, and then you can load, quit, save game, multiplayer and story, and single player. Just learn the different type of characters to play, and you can also get like a random name if you want that. Options, there's some options here. I just put the music down to 1. Normally when I play I like the music, it's quite invigorating, active, but when I have to speak a little bit here, or a lot, then you can use all these commands and of course put down the music as I did. The sound effects are fine, but the gameplay, that is what really triggered me to play this game here. Of course most of my games is about the gameplay, that is important. Here I play hard. I actually played hard all the way through, and you have to like go for objectives, acquire minimum 500 food, explore all the abandoned houses. I did not do that, if you can see that. Build the long ship dock before year 3. I just tried to play this in the beginning. I just went fast through it, and I thought it was pretty funny and also really good game. And it's so simple but so great, and this reminds me of games in my youth where the gameplay was most important compared to the graphic. This is one of the games, and the graphics is fine here anyway. So let's just begin here. You start with brand, and you change different culture around. Okay, as I said, I only played 4 of these, and you start with this Stag clan. And proud and noble of heart, the bannerman of the Stag clan is a loyal man who lives and fights with honor. Nothing matters more to him than his people's well-being. He's faithful to you as his father was to yours, and is willing to help you extract your revenge and conquer Northgard. So that's a helper you have. Let's just start the game here.
I had no strength left when I encountered a group of runaways of the Stag clan, led by a proud young man named Bran. Hagen's men had set his town aflame, and he had nothing left, not even his father, the clan's Jarl, who had died at the hands of the fiend, just like mine. Our common enemy had sailed for Northgard, of which he now had a map. All I could think about was finding him to avenge my father and retrieve the regal horn.
This is the most you get out of the demo. There's no demo in the beginning. Glad to see you back on your feet, my lord. I'm surprised how fast you recovered. Rick says, I suppose rage is an excellent healer. Still, we wasted enough time already. We must go after Hagen as soon as possible. Brand, indeed, time is of the essence. Our camp is far from the enemy, but we'll marvel in an unknown province on the outskirts of your kingdom. Rick says again here, I shall prove myself worthy of their trust. However impatient I am to get even with that scum, my priority is to ensure their survival. Brian says here, very good, your restraint does your honor. Besides, none of us will be getting revenge if we starve to death first. Brian says again, speaking of which, there's no shortage of mouth to feed, so let's seek out food. Wood is also a vital resource being used for both heating and construction. Rick takes over here. We must also leave the continent and set sail for Northgard. We shall need a proper shore to go out to sea. Brand here says, you're quite right. I suspect you instruct villagers to build a scout camp and train as a scout so that you may be exploring the region. So here, what you have to do, we are starting here. You are in a safe, remote area. Your goal here is to meet the basic survival need of your clan: food, wood and houses. Be sure to train scouts so they can explore the region and then expand your territory by colonizing nearby areas. Find a shore to embark in search of undiscovered lands. So here you have the clan, and what we start with. I will just start building a little thing here. You have down here in build, there you have some buildings, houses, scout camp and woodcutter lounge, of course. And here we start with scout clan. The good thing is that you do not have to think about these peasants going into the house. It's generated randomly, so it's just a picture. If you like, now it's going in and now you can move it, doesn't matter. The only thing that matters with this is the warriors and of course the scouts. You need to have scouts here to produce this. And up here you have happiness. The more men you get, the lower happiness, of course. Expected happiness. The food here, you can see villagers and consumption. The villagers is actually getting food. Every villager is getting 4 food each. So we have 1, 2 and 3. Even that he's just walking, he gets the food here. So that's 4, 8 and 12. And then there's 7 consumption here. And the good thing about it, they are revealing a new area, these scouts. I just took 2 scouts out. Sometimes you do not have the food for 2 scouts. And you can cultivate the land for food. Here you can see I can cultivate for 20, cultivate for 20. Some of the areas is not possible to cultivate right at the beginning because there's some wolves in. The good thing about these areas is the first one here, you can get fields that you can produce so you can get more food. Have 2 people in the fields, and here in this area you can get a forest. So the good thing is you can just take your villager here and says, okay, I'm going over there to build this woodcutter lounge. And then you get 10% because there's a lot of forest here. So that gets you 10%. And the wheat farm is, you can produce a wheat, that's important, so you can do that. But you can also look here, now we get minus because we only get some of our characters out and producing here. But right now I cannot produce that, I do not have enough wood. Everything needs wood, and there's some of them also needs money. Oh, my lord! Recognizing the area has been revealed abandoned cottage. Okay, that's not bad. Perhaps we should order scouts to search it. They might be able to salvage some resources. So, agreed, we have to colonize the area before they can explore the ruins, however. So that's good. We have to go in and say colonize. We have got 48 food now. That's not a lot. And we get minus. So that's even worse. And we have to wait on these. And you can see there's wolves here. And we should not colonize something close to wolves. They will probably, some of them, one of them will go in, maybe 2, and start taking the area. And when we do not have any warriors, that's not a good thing to have. We have our person here. We have to put her in. After she has created this, everybody, villagers can construct buildings, but they have to be able to go into the buildings. And everybody, you do not have any tools, anything like that, but you can improve them so they get better, 15% mostly, but we will come into that. Let's just start building, and now we got enough wood to build this farm here. And it's good to get farms, they get a little bit more food. You can see each villager, we have 2 now, gets 4 food. But when they get the farm here, then it will be a little bit better. I think it's 5 food, not that much actually. But then you can upgrade it, but that costs stone. But let's just take it when it comes. We have 1 warrior here, Brand is 1 warrior. Let's just take the scout. Okay, we can use the scout right now to visit this building because he has not searched another area. You can also take the scout out even if he is searching another area. Then you can take him out and say, oh, let's see here. You can take him out now, but it's not, for me it's not good when he's searched a lot. Now he's just searched like 5%, but still. Let's just go in here. It says our field has now been constructed, and we have to have that guy. He will still get like more food, just continuing going forth and back to this field house. If there's no village house, no fields, nothing, they will not get food. But mostly you have that in your area. Now you can see you get 5 from farmers, so that's 1 more than normal. Of course that's just 2 more, but if you upgrade it you can do that. You can see that's cost a lot. 10 stone, 50 gold and 100 wood. When you're playing a multiplayer game, that's not a problem. So let's just get her to build a shelter here, and I should do that in here. And then you say, why in there? That's a little bit weird. That's because you can see here you get 2 out of 5 in your main area. You get 1 out of 3 in all the other areas. There's some areas where you only get 2. I do not think we have them here, but most you get 3. That's 90% of them. But the thing is that I have 2 out of 5. I like to build a lot of other things here, like a harbor. So I can get, so you do not put too many things in. This is our scout. He just searched this house and got 100 gold and 100 wood. That's nice. But we are still lacking food, and food is really the main resource of this game here. And you see I've only built 1 building, but I've put 2 persons in the field. It can be women and men, doesn't matter. They are equally good, as it should be in this game here. Let's see. Woodcutter. And they, here in your town hall, they start to create villages. It's compared to how many happiness you have here. If you have 0, they will still grow, a little bit slower. If you have minus, they will not grow. So you will not get people. And of course you will only get people compared to how many houses you have. That's why I built a house, because I only had 6 out of 6. So I could not have any more. You can also organize a feast, then the happiness and a lot of other things will grow up. Also the food, the wood and the gold will come faster in, but you will of course lose a lot of food. But when you are like at maximum, you can see maximum over here is 500. You can see 100 over here, that's the number. So when I reach 500, of course I take a feast fast so I can do not lose any food at all. That's important. I can put 2 people in that to get more wood. Oh, and this is also happening. When they have searched a long time, the scouts will get wounded. And when you lose them, then you will not have to pay for them. Oh, the air is getting colder. Winter's almost upon us. Brian says, indeed, my lord, we should expect food to be scarce, and our people will consume more firewood to heat their homes. Our military troops will also be weakened by the cold. It might not be the best time to fight. So, when you have this timeline down here, oh, what other things are happening? My lord, one scout claimed to have found a suitable coast for the construction of a port. Excellent. We should colonize the area leading up to the shore so our builders can reach it and get to work. So we have this that was hurt, but we also have the other one that's not hurt. Okay, they are colonizing the same area, looks like. But I will take this. I cannot go up there now, but I can soon. I've just taken this and ask him to go up now and search this, and we'll get probably money and wood. We have lack of food because we are in November. You can see the time schedule. One of these boxes is 1 month, So we have December, January and February. That is winter month. And then we get all start of new year. Those 3 months is the ones you have to think about when you are doing this. I was close not to doing. Look at that. Gone from 10 to 1. But 1 is fine. 1 is not bad. Not in its winter time. It can be much worse, like minus 50 or something. But when you begin this game, it's not that difficult in the beginning. And that's why I said it was pretty fast with the 4 I took. And we just colonized this area. The brand, you can see this one is the clan member is without any work. That is our scout. He has nothing to search for more. It looks like there's some areas here, but they are not. You can see the stone here. So what to do with him? What you actually do is you get him back and let him do some work as a villager. We can also build a silo and healer hut. Let's build the healer hut here. One of the villagers will fast go and start building, and the other will still go and get food. But it will only build in this area they are in. If I do it here, that's these 2 farmers. None of the farmers should go out and build. You have to be careful of that. If you think that, then you will probably just have a building, a skeleton of a building, and nothing is happening. Here you can see what you have. 6 villagers, 2 woodcutters, 2 farmers, and 1 scout. Now we got some more money and some more wood, and this scout has nothing else to do. So you can put him down here in the healer's hut. Sometimes you cannot just shift what they're doing here. You have to go in the houses to change to villager, or in the big capital house, town hall. You can also see the stack sign here. But we got a lot of wood and we got a lot of gold, so everything looks fine. The healers are really great. When you press on the healer, you can see what they're doing. They are actually healing a villager, and that's the villager we had as a scout. You can also press the building, then you can see it, and also see the rest if there's a lot others that needs to be healed, because there will be some events happening. And we have 11 persons now. I will start to put a house in here, and now I'm starting to have 4 out of 5. I should probably have built it here. And now we are attacked. You can see the wolves are attacking, but they're attacking the right area where our friend Brand here is here protecting. And the wolf is okay. They are the easiest targets in the game. And you can see this little plus over. That means the healer is working on Brand. And you can also see here there's 2, but he's actually working on Brand, even that this is the first one. You can also click on it and select the unit. So you can right click on it and select the unit. But when he has this mark over, you can do something else. You can put more healers in. You can see there's possibility of 2. You can also build another building, and then that building with healers in will actually start healing another unit also. But remember, that will cost food and wood and money. Everything will cost, especially food, because they have another building working on that. And it's just like this costly thing. What I want to do is build a food silo. You can see that it's giving us 10% extra maximum food storage, and also improved food production by 10% and increase the maximum food storage. And it's only costing wood. And one more thing, it costs an area. Some areas have more than 1 food source, so you have to figure out what to do. You can also click on the area later on and then upgrade the area. I played a lot of multiplayer with one of our friends here, and it's really great. He actually recommended this game, and I was like, okay, let's try it. We have not played it, but we can't stop playing it. So it says also build a training camp now. A training camp, that is an important thing. That's a military unit. Normally I will put that here in this area, and we cannot build a harbor here. Even that I said it would be a good place to build a harbor. There's too many stones, and it's the first part of the game. You have to go up and build a harbor up here. So let's just put this warrior base here, the training camp here. You can also put one here. And one of the training camps give you 2 warband. You need warband to raise your army. I will only be able to buy or create 2 troops. Here you can actually, that's the develop area I was talking about. Develop area, and then you have one more possibility to build one more house here. So let's just take this and build this house. And now we're under attack again. We have to fight, and the good thing is this area, and they're not attacking this area here. They could also go in here. That's our area. So that will also be a possibility to do that. But they're not done that. And now the training camp is ready. So let's take 2 men. There we go. 1 man and 1 woman, and they will just be 2 women actually. Good fighters here. Let's just put that up to Brad. And he's soon ready again after those 2 wolves. You can also attack from this area. So it's built up in small districts. And each district has something to offer sometimes. And other times they're just nothing in to offer. But the good thing about the district is you can always build buildings on them. And that's of course really important, just to build different buildings. Let's just colonize this area here. That cost a little bit, but we need to do that. Let's just continue here. And we could organize a feast now, just for fun, so you can see what's going on. Look at that. Everything is growing quite fast except the gold, because we have feast bonus, that's only 2. Here feast bonus is also only 2, but still. And here feast bonus is 2, but it's quite higher because the villagers, the farmers, everything is happier and it works quite fast here. So let's just say we will build another thing here. The Hall of Skulls is actually a special building for the stag here. It will give you more happiness than a normal brewery. So you can build that and that will give you happiness, but I will not build that here. You can also build Hunter's Lounge. That is for food in this area here. And that can only be built here where there is deer. As you see, nothing is happening. No one is doing anything because it's another area. You have to take a villager and say build this area, and then he starts to build. And what you can do here is take them, control 1, and then you can always get back to them with control 1. And they are healing them now, so we just have to wait. We can also put another healer in, then we'll go a little bit faster. But again, the food is the most important thing. And I can actually see we should maybe build this skull, but this is not a normal building compared to the rest of them. This is a little bit different. It has better ways. And then we have 2 more units here. We can put up this hall here. Hunter's Lounge. And I will not upgrade anything because you need stone for that. And you can see the speciality up here. It says you start with this food, wood and crowns, but the Hall of Skulls replaces a brewery and produces additional fame. And then you can say supplies require 200 fame, you get 150 extra food, wood and crowns, and plus 10 stones. And for 500, then you upgrade a building additional 10% production bonus. So this is what you get by fame, but fame is not in the game right now, so we cannot do it. But you can see here, the 2 warriors we made has this warband on. And now they're ready for another fight with these wolves here. Let's just say hello to them. And there's actually another building we can get out of that. Okay, normally you should attack 1 and then next and next, so you're not getting torn by that. Let's see here. There is a clan where you play a Harbor clan, and that is a different clan, and that's the Raven. They can actually do some other things. They are quite good. They can actually attack different areas with extra troops from the sea, but they can also change that you colonize with money, and that's the half of what you colonize with food. And sometimes, this time I'll actually rather have like colonize with 80 of these crowns instead of 160 food. So that's also a possibility. Here you can see this happiness of the skull. You can just put 2 in. All of skulls, there. Skull. So they put in there, and then the happiness you can see has increased. You get 4 happiness of this area, and you can also upgrade it again, but that will not happen in this. Let's just wait a little bit. We can also say something else. Okay, everything looks fine. We get the food, but we still need this food side, and he will start to get that working, and you'll get 10% more. It's just using wood. And now we can't grow because we have a lot. The houses, we need more houses, but I will not use any more houses actually. Let's just take one of these citizens here and put that in the hole here. Still need a lot of food, but we can actually colonize this for 250. We cannot colonize this, but there's only 2 wolves in, so let's just say attack. And now everybody is on 1 wolf. And we still need a lot of food to colonize this and this. So we need to have more food. Is there any other place to get food? I do not think so actually. We now have plus 12. And now organizer fees cost more. And we can just take 1 healer and say you need to be a villager again, not both of them. Let's see here. There's also a skill later on that can make your healers get food. Okay, we did not heal at all. I just want to take all the areas. That's why I'm doing this. So we just have to wait here. We could also build another house. There again. That costs food. Of course we have to change that to get more peasants out or villagers out to get more food to the area. And there's no more areas with food, so that's what we get. And we cannot upgrade them, so you can actually upgrade them to have 1 more villager in. And of course that gives more food. And then they start to produce a lot more. Here they start heating them. And do not attack in winter time before you know the game pretty well, because you actually get less. Your military unit has 30% reduced power during winter outside your territory and 10% inside your territory. So if you get attacked it's less, but if you attack it's more. Wounded clan members have 20% reduced productivity. So if they're wounded, they actually produce only with 80%. And that's of course important just to remember that. And I could just go in here now, and also up here there's nothing left actually. There's no wolf left, nothing is standing in the way of us. We could also get, let's see if we can, that's food. Later on we can get something else also. We can get trading camp and also marketplace. That's important, and then different military buildings. So let's just wait a little bit here. Now the food is getting more food because we have more people getting the food. And you can see here hunters are actually in the winter time getting 1 more than the farmers, because the deer is better than the farmers has less things they can get out of winter farming. So that's a good idea. And now it's soon stop with the February here. I just want to show you when you get all the territories, because I've not done that at all. I just started with it and built a little bit and not really done it as it should. Here we should build this ship, but I should not put any men up, because then the game will end. And congratulations, our clan has made it to a new year. Sometimes they do not. If it's too hard in winter time, everything is not working well. And let's see here, can we start to get a new area soon? Yeah, there we go. Colonize this. And there's nothing here to attack. And this costs 430. But we have plus 20 now, and that's quite good. Then we start to get a lot of food quite fast. We can also say we do not need that much wood. Or that many. Scott here, 2 happiness is fine. You can also take this one and say yes, just get food. 24, and that will be 28 soon. There we go. 28. And we've still got 2 happiness. Then it will slow a little bit down, but still they will reach this quite fast. 19, there's only 2 left, and that will be 30. Of course, the villager also use 2 food each, so when you start to get food, then it's 4, but it should have been from 28 to 32, but he uses the 2 food himself. Consumption here. You can see we got 32 consumption and 19 there. It should have been 16, but you also have some other variables here. Let's see here. And you can see 30 is quite fast when you have to have that food there. I should also start with having 1 more scout. And there's enough gold, crowns, and there's enough food. The winter time will probably be minus, but let's just do this. And you can see there's not really any problems here, because you only got neutrals, so there's no enemy right now. You need to get that enemy in the beginning, but I like to take this chest here just to show. And we need about, what does it say? 430, that's fine. See how fast it goes to that food. That's really soon 430, so I just take this scout here. There we go. And then we go up, move up there, and now we colonize it. Now we take that scout again, move up to this area, and then just say when it's ready, you right click it. And then after that's happening, then we just start to build the other one. We could probably just take one of the peasants here. Oh, really, just as it is in this game. You can see there's a lot of months still. We're in June, so the food will get higher. So that would be no problem, but we'll probably get this and build it before that. Okay, that takes some time. Maybe we should use 2 scouts instead. Oh, we can't. But they can do that themselves sometimes. So let's just take the area here. They're just standing there. This area, you can see here, that swamp, you only get 2 houses. That's one of the areas. And you can actually, there's one clan that actually gets 2 happiness for the swamp. So now he's 50%. No, he should not do this. He was close to making that finished. Look at that, 88%, because I put them in this area. Then he starts to build it. I would like this one first to be discovered and then do it. Reach the shore of the north, build a long ship dock. Just have to wait on this guy. We could take a feast. See how much it grows. Pretty fast. Every feast will increase. So 100, 150, 220. They will increase all the time, but there's some of the clans that get a free. One clan get a free feast when you get up to 500 of these fame Thrent. And it says fame here, as you can see. And then you get that name Thrent. So let's just wait. Now we got that. Wow, that's quite a good catch there. Let's just build it. Normally it's just 100, 100. And now we cannot produce any more peasant. And this one, that's a scout. He should go back and say, and now we're done. You cannot take it to the next level, these guys. It's just what the game is. Now we are sailing. Anchors ahoy! Proud Vikings should sail for Northgard. Rick, you're in draws near Hagen. Hagen, that's the guy we are looking for. Victory. Let's just continue here. Let's see. Achievement unlocked, Secret of Exodus. That's because I got or explore all the abandoned houses properly, and that's quite good. Next, I only got this reach 6 happiness and bonus. Rest I didn't do, but I will do that now here in this. But let's take that next time. And it's just the big intro. I just want to show the first chapter. Next time I'll take chapter 2 and 3 in a row, and then maybe even 4. But thank you for watching this time. I hope you enjoy this little beginning. It's bigger and gets bigger, and it will also get a little bit trickier. But thank you for watching, and see you next time.